the motif from last time. There's
What's
called Chef
is-
died, and this one's called Chef Alive.
No. No, wait. Hold
I
on.
can always change it.
Chef is back. Colon the resurrection. He dieth. He cometh backeth.
I was up till 3:30 in the morning playing World of Warcraft. I hate myself.
I thought, I don't even ask you anymore. I thought you quit that game because I thought you quit that game.
I don't. I hate myself right now.
When you say this and you're like, oh, World
I'm
of
so
Warcraft.
tired. It's not even
I
funny.
don't understand. I could have swore you've told me multiple times that you don't.
No,
play that
I
game
quit,
anymore.
but it was just the one time that I quit.
Oh God. Oh right.
Just the first time.
Yeah. Right.
First time.
First time. For sure.
But look.
I got you.
As my best friend would say, he's like, "You are addicted."
You're a dick. Cause I'm
You're
a dick.
addicted.
Addicted to World of Warcraft.
I'm actually thinking of getting that Elgato camera just to have to not deal with
Really?
this dumb bullshit from Logitech.
You think it's any good?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, Works buying us a whole bunch of shit, so I was like, I'm just gonna add it to my
Oh,
list.
dude.
So
Wait, why don't you use your? Why don't you? Don't you have a DSLR? Why aren't you using that?
because it's hooked into my work computer because I'm using it. I'm using it
Use
for.
it for work.
See, I'm
Yeah.
literally. It's set up right there right now. So I don't feel
Wait,
like
why is
getting
it as an overhead?
Because I'm doing tutorials on how to use the products.
But like, what product are you have to do an overhead for? I don't
All
understand.
we have, I can't show you because it's new.
But
But like I have to like show like here's how you put the stupid media in the thing, and like this is how you connect the power and the Ethernet.
Here's how you put the
adapters.
USB in the USB port. What you do is,
You got to remember we have a bunch of people who aren't tech or film people working in a tech company that deals with film stuff. So it's like I literally have to walk through every step, and here's how you do it.
You know what's funny about making tutorials is that you can make a tutorial for for somebody.
It's really
that is
hard
the
actually.
most- Oh no! Well, it's hard because you have to think about every facet of
And also
like,
talk about it. And I trip
You-
over my words all the
well,
time.
you know why that shit's hard? It's like why when you go to teach in a foreign, like if you go to teach English in Korea, they don't want you coming there if you already know Korean, because apparently
yeah, but
it's the same idea. Like since you know tech stuff, Charlie, it's almost harder because you have to explain it to someone who doesn't know tech stuff, and you're like, oh fuck.
yeah,
How does
but
that-
the other thing is that dude, I mean, I'm sorry, this is gonna sound really really harsh, but there's some really dumb people out there, man. I mean, there's some people with some just, yeah. I was actually thinking about this yesterday, and this is gonna be a little mini chef rant about life in general. But like, this Uber Eats driver, he calls me, right. I'm in the shower, and he calls me. He's like, hey, you're
First off, why are you answering the phone while you're in the shower?
man, I had to open I knew it was him, so I opened the door.
You don't have your
and
Apple Watch set up ready to go. You just hit answer like hello.
No, I don't have an Apple Watch. So anyway, so the homeboy calls me, and
You're
he's
not a
like,
nerd. Come on.
hey, your Uber Eats is here. It took me to your back gate. He's like, you need to come pick it up. And I'm like, no, dude, like you got to just drive up like 2 blocks, take a right, and you'll be at the front gate. And he's like, no, I'm not doing that. And I was like, dude, like just. He's like, nah, I can't figure it out. He's like, GPS took me here. GPS took me here. No. And I had to sit there for a second. I had to think to myself, right? Like, now, each day of my life, I wake up and my boss says, I need this done. And I'm like, done. I have no fucking clue what I'm doing. I just make shit happen. I research, I pull shit out my ass, I try things until it works, and I make shit happen. Now, this is the difference between somebody that makes a healthy salary and somebody that the sky's the limit and you're an Uber Eats driver. You can't even think about how to
Sky's
put
not the
2 and
limit.
2 together. Huh?
This guy's not the limit with Uber Eats.
Dude,
But anyway, keep going.
but
keep
no,
going.
no, it's life in general, right?
Oh,
It's
yeah.
the fact that like when you put time into something and when you figure out, when you use your brain, you get further ahead than others in life. So if like you're gonna sit there and say like, you know what? Because this app isn't gonna tell me exactly what to do. Fuck you. I'm not coming to you. I'm just gonna stand right here.
Oh,
It's like the bare minimum. Like too many people want to do the absolute bare minimum and they don't want to think. You know what I mean? Like
Well,
they don't want to have to like.
I don't know if that's necessarily true. Chef.
No, it is true, dude. Like they like.
You're completely. First off, okay. like just because the guy's an Uber Eats driver doesn't mean he's a fucking idiot. I think
No,
number
no, no.
one,
The
you
angle that
can't-
the
you
guy
can't sit- you
took,
can't-
the guy,
no,
the
but you
angle
can't
that the
sit there
guy
and say,
took.
like,
Hold
"Oh, I
on,
have a
but
better
see
salary,
now,
so I
but
can't-
see
this
there,
guy can't
but see
be-
now,
this guy's
I
an
have
idiot 'cause he's an
had,
Uber Eats
but I've had
driver."
Uber Eats drivers that go above and beyond
Sure,
to make sure that it gets here without me ever having to contact them because they have the foresight to say, you know what, here, let me look at this map and say, oh, hey, if I just go straight, take a right, boom, I'm right there. They didn't have to like call me and get hostile with me on the phone because they can't figure out how to get to my front door.
But I
Like
don't
it
think-
just,
But the
it
guy's
just.
not an idiot just because he had to call you because he couldn't get into your door.
Yes, he
Like,
is. Yes,
dude.
in my opinion, he is. But
shut
that's
up, dude. That's just
I mean,
insane. Like that
dude-
guy could have like 30 deliveries right now, and he has to go bum bum bum. His only money comes from the fucking tips. Barely gets fucking.
and
shit
I
out of
leave
Uber
fat
Eats.
tips. By
And
the
he's
way.
just like, "Hey man, I'm sorry, I don't know how to get there."
That's the thing, though, is that I leave 25% tips, and it cracks me up that people expect to get good tips
How are
and,
you so
and do the
impatient
bare
with people?
minimum. Huh?
You're so impatient.
I am because I used to work in the service industry, so I've,
Yeah, I
I've been on
know,
the
but
other
I
side
mean,
of
I
it.
feel you-
So it's
Jeff,
like
you-
I don't have as much sympathy for it because I used to get like the whole like if like we want service and we want it now, no, and I got drilled with that for like a decade of my life, and so I guess you're right. I do have less sympathy for
I
other
think-
people when
I
it
think
comes
you
to
got-
that.
yeah, man. I think, Chef, I like you a lot. I don't mean this to be rude. I think you need to have more patience with people, man. I think you get really and you all these rants go
But
down
see,
to you being
here's the
very
thing:
impatient with people.
is that why is it that I need to have more patience for other people, but nobody needs to have more patience for me?
How do you know that? That's not even what
Because
saying.
because I piss a lot of people off, and because of the fact that I call them out on things that they don't want to hear,
But I don't
and
even
then they
know,
in turn tell me things like,
but I don't
"Oh,
think
well,
that's the
you're
case.
this and
That's
this
not
and
what I'm
that."
saying. I just
Huh?
think all these rants boil down to, well, this idiot did that and that idiot did this. I think, man, it's people. That guy could be having a rough day. You probably couldn't find your door.
The point wasn't
He had like
necessarily
30
trying
he
to
had
call him
30
an
other
idiot.
deliveries.
It really wasn't trying to call him an idiot so much as it was is to try to say that like too many people in the world right now don't want to take an extra step to just do something on their own. They want to be like everything to be handed to them, and they don't want to like use their brain to think and take. It's critical thinking. It's like two extra steps that the guy had to take, and he could have made himself look like a better worker, or he could have like completed the job without having to interrupt somebody else's day, which is the whole point of an entire service. Like I don't know, like it's just funny to me, but I guess
Yeah,
I'm the minority there.
I'm just saying. I think that dude's probably got a rough enough time as it going on. I don't, probably not an idiot. That's all I'm saying. I think it's a little. I just think it's a little harsh. That's all.
I think he's an idiot.
Yeah. This is a funny way to start this off.
Yeah. All I'm gonna say is Jesus preaches patience, kindness, and love thy neighbor. That's all I'm gonna say.
You know what? I lost my patience. Oh man, I could go on and on and on about
Whoever is
how-
patient has great understanding. The one who is quick-tempered displays folly. Proverbs 14:29.
What's up,
It's
everybody?
fu-
Welcome to the Overachievers Gaming Podcast. I'm your host, Vash, joined as always by Ash Pastrami and Chef Crondo. I started that 5 minutes in. I don't know if I'm going to post that to the podcast or not. That was a pretty funny rant. And so
I think rants. I think when we rant on something, we sometimes have to take a nice big breath and cool. That's all. I'm saying. I don't want you to have an early heart attack, Chef. That's all. I don't want your blood pressure to go over.
yeah, you got to say that for Elden Ring.
You
Man,
got
I
enough of
haven't,
that
I
World of
haven't been able
Warcraft
to play
and
enough Elden
That's
Ring,
all.
man. I have not been able to play enough Elden Ring. I can tell you that right now. That's probably my problem in life.
This
Yeah.
podcast is going to be. I mean, in reality, this podcast is going to be. Besides our rant on patience, is going to be you two talking about Elden Ring while I sit here and build Warhammer models.
I actually don't have a lot to talk about Elden Ring.
I do.
Well,
Oh,
that's
I
like,
know you
that.
do.
that's like you two need to be the conversationists with it because I don't know anything about it, and we were supposed to do it last week. Are you okay?
For
By
all,
the way,
for all intents and purposes, I stopped playing Elden Ring to play. Well, actually, I stopped playing Elden Ring for a little while because I couldn't even get out of my bed to like sit up to play video games for like a full week.
and you're alive now.
But I am kind of alive. I
your
can
back okay?
move. Huh?
Your back's okay though.
I have a slip disc.
Do you have a slip disc?
Yeah.
So what does that entail? What do you have to do? What does that mean?
Basically,
How do
like
you get
I
better?
I
How
don't
do you
know.
unslip
Well,
it?
Well, I need to ask God for better genetics. Because my back is like, you know, talk about patience. I went
See, it
to a
all comes back
chiroprac-
around. It all comes back
Well,
around.
I went to a chiropractor to check out my back, and it's like, you know, I feel like, I don't know. I feel like South Florida chiropractors are the, what do they call those? There's going to be like a name for doctors that like, they try to like point out things that aren't there to make a bigger deal out of it, so that you have to keep coming back to them to spend money over and over again. Like it's a whole scam thing. Well, these guys, not every chiropractor does that. The like a lot of the ones down here in South Florida, they do that. They're like,
I mean,
oh, you need to do
sense.
this, and you need to have this kind of crazy therapy that's going to cost thousands of dollars, and we can get started now. And it's like,
You
whatever,
know why
dude.
chiropractors do that? Because they're, I would argue, like chiropractor. Okay, I'm not trying to shit on chiropractors. but,
No,
like,
you can shit on chiropractors. That's what I'm basically trying
I
to
think-
avoid doing because I didn't want to get in trouble again for telling people they're idiots.
No, well, I think chiropractic physical therapists are both great professions,
Yeah.
but they approach problems in a way that is not surgical. So
Mm-hmm.
when you approach it that way, it's, hey, you're going to have to work out in this specific exercise for the rest of your life to get better.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, I guess that's okay. I'll do that. But what does that mean? Well, you have to come back here every 2 weeks. You have to buy these exercise bands. You have to do this and that, the other thing. Where it's like, okay, I'm gonna go to orthopedic. And like, oh, we're gonna do this quick surgery. You're good. You know, that's why it seems like that, because they're not doing surgery.
Well, they're like-
cracking shit. They're moving stuff. And then also come back a lot to fix it.
Yeah, well, I mean, I went there, and they're like,
Subscription-based
oh,
model.
You've
Yes.
got this and that. You got a curved spine. You have like you have early signs of scoliosis. We can correct all of this with no. And then I go to an actual like
An orthopedic.
sports clinic or whatever, and I got the X-rays taken, and they were like, yeah, dude, you had a slip disc in L7, I think it was, and you you kind of just have to ride it out. And it's I think it was like L6 or L7. I can't remember which one it was.
Yeah,
but
it'd be the S thing because I have L4, L5, S1, which is the L5 is the last one.
yeah, it was wherever it was like the very tail end of the spine,
Yeah.
and yeah, so it was like a very minor infraction, and so yeah, they said you just need to basically start going to the pool, doing some kick around with some doggy paddles, start building up the strength in your lower back, and just take it really easy.
The actual thing you gotta do is just lift heavy things in a quick jerking motion
Right.
while you bend over really good.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
me all
I was thinking
weekend.
about-
Yeah.
I was thinking the first natural recourse is to go join a CrossFit gym and start,
Number one.
trying to max out on deadlifts.
I mean,
Yes,
that's exactly
that is the first thing.
that's exactly how I herniated my discs as well. So it's funny you say that. So
Yeah, I figured, since I have no patience and I just want to call people idiots, I figured I'd join a CrossFit gym.
Oh, are you gonna take this to heart now? Are you gonna get defensive?
No.
Is that what you're gonna
No, actually,
do?
I was jabbing at CrossFit people because every time I go to, I've been to 2 CrossFit gyms in my whole life, and they were always they're the kind of gyms you go into, and people, I have this like start opinions about things, of course. Well, the
you
whole
have
pull-up
opinions
thing,
about
right?
things.
Like, you know how people do their pull-ups in CrossFit? How they like swing like up and down,
Well,
like they
they're
do
not
like
doing they're not doing pull-ups.
what are they called?
Nothing.
Okay,
It's
yeah.
not a
so-
thing.
Right. So the two times I've ever been to a CrossFit gym, they were doing those swing pull-up shits,
Yeah.
and I'm like the kind of person when I do pull-up, I want to go 1,
It's a real pull-up.
2.
That's a real pull-up.
Yeah, exactly. You do a real pull-up so that you don't destroy your freaking rotator cup in your shoulder while you're swinging around like a chimpanzee on a jungle gym, and doing nothing for your arms. And so whoever the little instructor was or whatever was like, do this, and I'm like, dude, those are pull-ups, man. And he's like, bro, what do you know about this? You guys go no. So it's funny he's talking about patience. Like, dude, like flipped out on me and kicked me out of his gym, and I have this like very negative idea of who like CrossFit gyms are. They're very like hostile environments, from my experience. But how did we get started talking about CrossFit gyms?
I don't know. You went
Yeah,
off
you're
on
back.
a
Oh, my
rant.
back doing deadlifts, going in and doing deadlifts. No, I'm just gonna go with my little pool noodle, and I'm gonna go kick around little doggy paddles, and I gotta start doing like Pilates type stuff and a lot of yoga.
So you can find us on Instagram at og.podcast or Twitter is over
You asked me what I needed to do for my back, man.
Our website is ogpodcast.fm, where you get this episode and every episode where we talk about Chef's back problems, my back problems, and Dom's rotator cuff problems.
Yeah, my rotator cuff's pretty good now.
Oh, what was the thing that you were having problems with? Your arm problems?
Oh, I mean, I got a surgery on. I had surgery on that.
Yeah.
2020.
Well, anyway.
I've had surgery every single year since I turned 30.
Are you serious?
Yeah, 2020. 2019 I turned 30. January 2020 I get 2 labrum repairs in my right shoulder. Fix my arm. 2021 I get my meniscus repaired, my right knee. 2022 I had a saliva duct blockage in my lip and had to get that removed. Yeah, I've been every year. Mallory told me I have to have a punch card though, if I want to start.
You
So I'm
should.
really banking on it.
Yeah.
Which is why I can't ever not have a job with healthcare at this point, because I am literally falling apart.
That's crazy.
That's what happens when you're a fucking idiot.
Is that all from jujitsu?
Not everything. No, the arm was technically the arm was a snowboarding accident when I was a kid.
I was gonna say, man, painting those Warhammer minis must be pretty intense if you're
and then it just got
tearing a
worse over time.
rotator cuff.
No. But like the lip thing was just a freak thing. So that could happen. So you have these like little. If you feel on your lip, you have these like little bubbles, like glands. Those are your like saliva ducts, and it could, like a freak accident, they can get blocked, and it's painful and annoying. And you can't just like pop it and it's good. There's like an actual blockage somewhere. The only fix is to like literally take out the saliva artery. And I had to have that happen. It's really annoying. I looked like an idiot. My lip was like fucking massive.
You look like you had a dip in your mouth at all times.
Yeah, actually, for weeks.
Hey, my name is Dame.
I was just like, hey boy.
I like my
I am from Pennsylvania.
Wrangler
so.
jeans and my Dodge Ram.
I am from Pennsylvania, so that makes sense. I say words like crick
Crick.
It's supposed to creak.
as opposed to creek. It's a crick.
Creak.
Wow.
Go
That's
down the
actually.
crick.
I feel like I've heard some like great
Crick, baby.
abbreviations or variations of words.
Dude.
I've never heard crick before.
There's a lot of funny things. Pennsylvania's a funny place.
Up there in the
but-
crick. I could see it. Actually. Southern drawl.
I'm gonna segue us into video game stuff.
Oh, yeah, I guess that is why we
you-
were here,
you-
not
you
just
play,
a random
You played some
rants.
video games?
So, I was gone for a week in
Uh-huh.
Austin, Texas,
Right.
the land of barbecue and
It's
very
great.
good
South by
tacos.
Southwest.
I got there all right, we got there the week, like it ended and we got there.
Wait, did you go
literally
there
I
for
planned-
South by Southwest?
No. I had a shoot down there, and I planned the shoot so that we weren't getting in there before or during. We got there afterwards because South by Southwest is terribly insane, and
Mm-hmm.
Austin might as well not exist during the week of that time. It's just South by Southwest.
It's
You're
fun.
in South by Southwest, Texas.
I love Austin. It's great.
Austin's cool. Austin is one of those. Charlie, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm about to blow my nose. I didn't want to do it on camera.
Yo, South by Southwest was one of the best little like I don't know. It's not a festival. What do you call it? Conference? I guess.
It's like a festival. Yeah,
Yeah, it
there's
was
music,
it was
there's film, there's art, there's a whole
amazing
bunch of shit.
year I went.
It's not really my dig. Like, I'm sure it's cool to be there, and I'm sure it's experience, but that's not really for me. And especially like going down there for where I have to shoot, like that's in Crazy Town, so I had to do it afterwards because a lot of vendors they're only doing South by Southwest. But like,
Yeah, and everything's more expensive because they all piggyback off the fact that there's like thousands of people.
thousands of people, tens of thousands. It's like, yeah, Austin's a cool place. The food there is really good. I like most other cities in this country. After I'm there for 2 days, I'm like, this is a cool city, but I want to go back to New York, which is, I think, just still the best city. So I'll be there, and I'm like, cool, I eat the food, I'm eating the barbecue, I'm eating the tacos, I'm done, But before I went, because this shoot was a week long, and obviously I was away from home, I built a dope mountain castle in Valheim in our server.
Ooh, I gotta go check it out.
It's not fully done yet, and it's really just the foundation because I built like
you
a
actually
big.
reminded me I need to go relog back into that. Anyway, I have to start it.
Why do you have to go back and relog? in?
I moved the server this week to a different room in my office, so that way it's
Is it
more,
the same? Is it still the same connection?
same connection. I started it up. I forgot to enable the server. So anyway,
Got
continue.
it.
Talk. I'll do it while we talk.
Sure. And they did some updates, and the game is definitely. It's like there's not like too many crazy things, but I just like forgot how nice it is just to like log into a game and just like kind of zen out. I'm going around trying to find some blueberries, trying to get some barley to make some flour to make some better food. I'm doing this little mountain castle. You know, I got like I'm trying to like upgrade all of like our shit because like some things are like more upgradable now. It's just a nice little game. That game is just you know what the fun thing too is trying to figure out how to like because it's like the physics in it are actually pretty annoyingly good. Like to build this stone building, it requires a lot of support, and I don't. I'm just like kind of going willy nilly with it, and I looking up videos of how to make it better, and I'm like, oh, nothing I did was right.
You have to actually like construct it with like foundation and
Yeah, well,
proper
like even so, like you know, I built the ground out of stone. I built walls out of stone, and I tried to put a stone ceiling, and I tried to put pillars to hold it up, and it's
Oh, I
just
know
like
what to let you because it was too heavy.
it's not. Yeah, well, like the stone will just crack and then fall, and you have to
Huh.
like you have
It's
to be like,
actually
oh shit, now I have to
it's actually
figure
a
out
pretty cool mechanic.
where is the support needed, you know.
Yeah.
Um, and the where I put a portal to it too, Charlie. So if you want to see it, you can just go right to it in the
I
basement.
keep forgetting, like, is there combat in Valheim? Or
Yeah,
like, what is
it's like
the...
monsters and bosses. So like there's like passive beasts in the world, like wolves
Yeah.
will attack you, like stuff like that. And then there's also like little goblins that will attack you and they'll fucking ruin you. And then there's also sorry,
Uh-oh.
there's a cat meowing. And then there's also
There's also various cat meowing. Sign
there's a
me
cat
up. I'm
meowing.
in.
And then there's also like a couple bosses. We still never beat the last boss in the game, but that could be done later. But now there's new like ice caves that are like new little mini dungeons that have like some stuff in them.
So
And
there's no story. It's just like basically
just-
like like an adult version of Minecraft.
It's yes, yes.
Yeah.
It's an adult version of Minecraft, 100%.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah. It's a very fun game. It's just like it's very just chill. It's a very chill game. And it can be unchill if you want it, but we have a lot of shit in it. Like we really like loaded up in all of the material. So the only thing that sucks is, you know, there's portals that get you around from your bases if you want, but you can't teleport with your like ore. So if I'm building this mountain castle and I want to use like iron reinforced beams, I have to teleport down to my main base, put the iron in my boat, and then sail up to that other base. I can't just teleport between them because I got to that base by sailing to it before, but I didn't know if I wanted to stay. You don't bring all your shit with you because if you
Yeah.
die, all your shit stays there. You know.
It makes you like really. It's very realistic in that sense.
Yeah. And it's just a fun little deal. And so yeah, I built this.
It's not like the normal video game where it's like, hey, this guy has like 15 two-handed weapons on him and he has a
No.
0 capacity carrying weight, and you
Yeah.
just imagine like some dude out in the world with like 50 weapons strapped to his back. And
Well, it's the way that they do that is actually pretty cute. It's like you can carry 200 or like 300 things or something. But like, you know, an axe could take up the space of like, you know, 20 of those,
Yeah.
you know. But like if you get some kind of like Nordic belt, like some kind of mystical belt, you can carry more. And so that's like a kind of like a little nice aesthetic way to do it. It's just
Oh,
it's
the
just
mystical
it's just a
belt.
fun little game. But yeah, building this castle, there's two ice I built this little mountain base where in distance of 2 ice caves, Charlie, if you want to check those out too. They're like around the area. Yeah, it's nice. It's been nice to play that. I'm
Yeah.
like, now that I'm back home, I'm playing it again. So
Yeah, I actually, after we're done recording, I actually got to go to the office, and I can't connect to it remotely, so something's wrong. So hopefully I can log into it. I can get into my office on the weekend, so we'll see.
Oh.
So anyway, I'll take care of that later today.
wait,
so I have
where's
to.
your office at?
It's like 25 minutes north of here.
Oh, it's like a WeWork or something?
It's a collab space.
cool.
So I mean, it's just like I essentially use it for storage, because it's like a storage unit around here for what I need is like $500 to $600 a month.
Yeah.
And
Ooh,
it's like
what?
I pay for. Oh yeah, dude, it's insane up here. But I have a friend of mine runs like a co-working space, and so I
Nice.
just rent an office from him for $250 a month. So it's
Oh.
way cheaper, and
Easy peasy.
I just keep my server stuff in there as well, and I have actually electricity and internet and really fast internet. So I was like,
Nice.
just do that. But for some reason, it's not letting me connect. It just keeps spinning. If anyone wants
Yo,
to see, it's right here. See, it just says, "Look at that, just connecting," and then won't let me do it. So.
Oh, weird. Okay.
Oh well, I'll try. I'll
Well.
figure it out later today. If not, I'll go there tomorrow.
I mean, don't waste your off time on it. I don't need to fucking play Valheim, dude.
Well, I can't see any of the other things that I keep tabs on too. So
Oh,
I
got
have to
it.
go anyway. So
Got it.
anyway,
Well, that's my
Um,
thing. That's the only video game I've been playing besides still doing Warhammer stuff. Building another army right now. My space clowns.
Man, I've been playing too many freaking video games,
you
and
know,
not enough of the right kinds.
You want to talk about what you're playing, Chef?
Oh.
And then
Well, my buddy and I last weekend Final Fantasy Strangers of Paradise.
I
the
want to
origin
play
story
that.
came
I
out.
have that.
What the
I
hell
wanna
is
play
that?
it.
Yeah, so we beat it last night. Basically, I'll sum it up as it is the prequel to Final Fantasy 1,
Oh, interesting.
basically. So basically the very well. Yeah, I'm not gonna spoil it, but yeah, basically,
Well,
it's
yeah, try to do like is there a spoils free version of like? Because I've never
no,
played
it's
Final
just quite
Fantasy 1.
simply you're Jack Garland, who if you know who Garland is, then you would know that that's like one of the villains in the early
it.
Final Fantasy games. But anyways, the game itself is pretty sick. It's like a I actually have pros and cons for the game. If I had to give it a rating, I would have given it a 9.5, except for the fact that this game is designed to be a multiplayer game, and there are parts of it where you have to play as one person, and the game sucks asshole when they make you do that.
Got it.
Like I'm talking like epic asshole when they make you do it. Like it goes from being really, really, really fun to like I want to throw this game in the trash can. Like why did you do this to me?
Interesting.
Yeah, like that's
It's on PlayStation, I assume.
you can get it on I think actually I don't know. That's a good question.
I feel like
I think it's on
Fantasy ever
Xbox
been
or
on Xbox?
PlayStation because when I was in there, the guy was asking me if I wanted it on PlayStation or Xbox, so it's got to be. But okay, so basically, like, there's 3 people in your party, and think of it as like it's kind of like Dark Souls in a weird way, but it's not as it's a little bit more RPG-ish.
Sure.
You can pick one of 2 classes. There's like 20 something different classes in the game. And like you have 2, and like triangle button basically switches between the 2, and so you can have like white mage and knight, or like white mage and duelist, or like sage, which is the mix between white mage and black mage, and you can be like casting fireballs, and then you run up on something that's like you need to cast cure on somebody, and you can just like press the R3 button and it switches over to the other spells. So like they have a really good way of, and every class has like obviously different strengths and weaknesses. Like sword classes, they'll actually eliminate the stagger gauge, and so that like people that have like regen spells or can heal themselves, they can't just infinitely heal themselves. It's like the stat you have to like clear their stagger
is it
gauge.
still turn based?
No, it's like Dark
interesting.
Souls. It's like literally a combat strategy game where you can dodge and evade things, and you
Is
can
Final
block
Fantasy not
and-
doing turn based at all anymore with the newer games?
I don't know. I mean, this is furthest from turn based. I will say though, this is exponentially better than what Final Fantasy VII Remake was. The game's great. Like
Sure.
for my best friend and I, where he's a monster Final Fantasy fan. I would say I'm a pretty big Final Fantasy fan. We both had a great time with it. The fact that like the storyline, like everything we did together was like we were in sync for everything. So they did a really good job with the co-op system. Actually, I think the game was designed to be co-opted and not played by yourself. And I will say this much. There is no reason, if anybody's listening, there is 0 reason to play the game on any other difficulty than story. Like there's literally 0 reason to play the game on the harder difficulties. The difference is insane.
It's like staggering.
Oh my god. Like
Yeah.
we're talking like going from playing Dark Souls Sesame Street edition to like Dark Souls go fuck yourselves of levels of like
Go
you
fuck
get hit
yourself
one
edition.
time, you're dead, and it's
Yeah.
like, bro, I'm like max level. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
And
funny.
I threw my controller across the room, and that's when my friend Michael's like, bro, he's like, just drop it down to story. That's what I
Yeah.
did. He's like, don't
I
even.
remember-
And I was like, oh fuck that. I'm a veteran of Dark Souls. I could beat this shit. And then like an hour later, I'm
No.
like fuming. He's like, yeah.
Yeah.
So did you get over yourself yet? Like,
That's like Gears of War 2, the insane difficulty or berserk difficulty, whatever the fuck it was called.
yeah.
It's impossible. You couldn't do it. And so what we would do is, if you were playing co-op, you could actually, one person could be a difficulty, the other person could be a different difficulty.
Right.
So you'd have like, if you needed berserk, you'd play the campaign in berserk, and you'd have a friend
Wow.
play it in
Oh
beginner.
man, that's
Because it was too impossible. It was too fucking difficult. Like I don't give a shit how good of a video. It was too difficult.
Now, see, here's the thing. Like us playing together, we like absolutely roll over everything because
Yeah.
like we have like we've like positioned ourselves and strategized to where like I have the strengths that complement his weaknesses and vice versa.
Sure.
So we're able to do whatever we want. Now, towards the end of the game, they make you do a single player mission, and that's where I was like, F this game, dude. Like, I
Yeah.
just was so like, why did they make you play a multiplayer game by
Right,
yourself?
right,
Like,
right.
why?
And
Like,
it's okay to have it like be primarily multiplayer, but like if you're not playing multiplayer, it shouldn't be too difficult.
it's
that you
it's
can't
like
play it.
it's
That's
funny because
stupid.
like even the regular games, like the regular missions, Vash TLDR, don't
I've been
play the
listening.
game on anything other than story mode. Like there's 0 point to playing the game on anything
Oh,
except
I don't got time for difficulty anymore. I ain't got
no,
time
no,
for that
like
shit.
like the
Right,
thing, like I'll put it to you this way, Charlie. I just summed it up for Dom. Like playing on story mode is like playing on Dark Souls on Sesame Street level of easy, and then playing the game on action is like setting Dark Souls to hard. Like fighting your girl, Melinda or whatever her name
Millennia.
was, Millennia on hard mode. Like whatever for whatever reason. Why would you want to do that? I don't know. But that sums up action mode on Final Fantasy Strangers of Paradise by yourself. By yourself specifically. It's like the biggest FU I've ever seen in a video game.
They're like, you ain't got no friends? Well, fuck you.
Yeah, actually, that's
You're-
kind of what it feels like they were doing because
You're a loser.
the problem is that your teammates die like
Right.
instantly every 2 seconds, and you have
oh,
5
you mean
potions.
like the bots or something?
Yeah, your AI.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah, yeah.
well, I swear to God, they will literally run in head first, get killed, and you're like, dude, could you
Well,
not do that, please?
I guess
and
this
you
game's
res
done.
them,
Yeah.
and they're just like dead. Res them, dead, and you're like,
Savage.
can I even like go swing my fucking weapon at somebody, please? Like Jesus. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was. Can you hear the frustration in my voice of like you just relived like a snippet of me for like 2 hours on Friday night.
I mean, have you beat it? Is it done?
Oh yeah, we beat the
Oh,
game.
okay.
Yeah, and then when you beat the game, it unlocks chaos mode, and it like actually opens up the map, and your job levels all expand to level 55 instead of the max, which is 30. And you can go and do the missions again, which we started to do because you can do them co-op style, and we were having fun again. So
Yeah.
it was like. Again, game, I would give it like a easily like an 8.2, 8.5. Story's great. Like that's the one thing I will say about the game is that the storyline was the best part. Like just sitting back and watching the visuals and kind of like learning how Final Fantasy started to begin with. Like that was actually pretty dope, if you ask me.
Yeah, I'm looking at the trophy list for it right now because I will be playing it. I have it.
Yeah. I'm already almost at platinum.
You
Ooh.
have to beat it at chaos difficulty.
Yeah, we've already been talking about it.
Fuck.
That's he and I have been like sketching out what classes we're gonna roll so we can make it easy.
Well, if that's the case, and I get to that point, because I'll play it solo, and then I get the chaos. I'll hit you up, and then you can help me.
You'll probably have to, honest to God. Like that's actually what my friend and I were talking about. Is like we wanted to know what the game was like with 3 people because I truly think it was designed to be played by 3 people because you can't switch classes on the AI characters, and that's like one of the most important features of the game is being able to juggle jobs and like having like the ability to counter your opponent and have a support class at the same time. So like when you're missing that other component, it really hinders like what you can do.
Yeah.
But anyways, a great game. It kind of caught me by surprise because it's not a it's not Final Fantasy 16, which is what most people are ready for. And if this is like anything like the combat from 16, I'm super into it because it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting into it, but I'm at the moment just trying to finish Horizon Forbidden West. So
It's not a long game either. Like storyline, I'd say like easily like if you're gonna play just a storyline on story mode, it'll take you like 20-30 hours to beat it.
Okay.
Easily, because I mean I think for us it was like 30 or 40, and we played it on action. And when we got to the end and we realized that there was no difference in the drops for action and story, we were both just like kind of face palming, like why did we make it harder on ourselves? But it is what it is.
For the glory, dude.
Yeah, for the glory of knowing that we are true Final Fantasy adventurers,
Exactly.
the true warriors of light.
otherwise, you give it a glowing review.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Yeah.
Best Final Fantasy game they've come out with since
That's high praise.
13, I guess. Yeah, well, they've all sucked. 15 was garbage. 14's good, but
I
I mean,
enjoyed
it's
Are people
15.
still
It was
playing Final
entertaining.
Fantasy Online or whatever
Yes.
whatever the
13
MMOs?
was good. Which one? 11 or 14?
Wait, there's 2 MMOs?
Yes.
Yeah. 11 was the original one that came out, and that was
was like-
around
they-
in
they
like
came out like 15
2000.
years ago.
Yeah,
Oh
that
no,
came out in,
sorry,
like,
no, I'm talking about the latest one.
Endwalker. That came Final Fantasy 14 Endwalker. Oh
Yeah.
no, you talking about like the latest Final Fantasy in the series or
No,
the
the
MMO?
latest like MMO, the Final
Yeah,
Fantasy.
that's
14.
Endwalker. It's
Yeah.
doing okay. Like it's actually they are not as hype right now as they were a couple months ago. Like the hype has definitely died down on FinFan.
Sure.
Once Lost Ark came out, they kind of lost a lot of their steam. But
Yeah.
it's kind of, I gotta be honest, man. Like the MMO world is kind of up in arms right now. Like, or I mean, I guess like the king spot is up for the taking because, I watch like Asmongold and all these like top MMO streamers or whatever, and right now it seems like there's a huge.
A lot of Lost Ark
like
stuff, it seems.
all 3 games are hemorrhaging players. Like
Yeah.
it just seems like people are really fed up with all of the shit, and it's time. It is definitely. That is one space where some game studio, there's a lot of room for. There's a lot of unhappy people out there for some game studio to snatch up. I can say that much.
I personally am, and I'm actually, I posted this in our chat, and I'm very curious to see if anyone actually dived into it. There's a new expansion for Guild Wars 2.
I looked at
coming
it.
out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I looked at
But
it. Yeah.
If they make a Guild Wars 3, which they obviously are, I mean, it's no contest because
Yeah.
Guild Wars 2
I
is
could see
15
it.
years old at this point,
Yeah.
or actually it's 10 years old. Or is it? I think it's 10 years old. It might be a little bit older than that.
No,
I
it,
think
is,
it's a
it,
game
is-
I've
it
never-
came it came out the year we met, and that was 2012.
Yeah,
That's a game I've never played, and I've always wanted
great.
to
it's
try
super.
It's a great
fun.
game.
It's honestly, it's one of the best. It's one of
Great
the
game.
best MMOs I've ever played in my entire life, and it's
hard agree.
phenomenal. But it's a little dated. It's really
It's definitely
Yeah.
dated. But at the
Yeah.
time though,
But I
it
like dated
was-
games.
it was
there's no monthly fee. That's great.
Yeah.
It's not-
Right.
At the time though, that shit was a dude. Do you remember the faction wars with the castles and everything? Like, oh my
Yeah, they
god,
still
that
have
was
that, yeah.
so much fun. That was so much fun.
Yeah,
The
it
story
was.
was awesome. Classes were great. Very weird classes, which were fun.
Yeah, and they're all tied to weapons, so your abilities are pretty much the same if you pick up a different weapon, but like you can change the way those weapons work with skills and ability in your skill tree. But the thing that made Guild Wars 2 super fun, like immediately out of the gate, is if you wanted to play a level 1 mage, you can go right into the arena PvP, and everyone's the same level. It's like level 60, maxed out all your abilities. You just customize how you want to play, and you all have the same armor, and it's all skill based. When it's so much fun, they did that so right, which is fantastic.
Yeah.
But if they come out and kill it with a Guild Wars 3, I mean, I'll play Guild Wars 3. I'm not going to play Guild Wars 2 at the moment just because, like, I'm not going to
Yeah.
drop $60 on an expansion on a 10-year-old game that I'm
For
just like,
sure.
I
Yeah.
really wish that Microsoft would do. I've heard people joke about it or meme about it, but a StarCraft MMO I think would be so cool. Like the StarCraft universe is massive.
It's tight.
Yeah.
It's really tight. I remember. It's funny. There was, in StarCraft 2, the custom game section of the arcade is very deep, and someone made a StarCraft MMO in the StarCraft 2.
Did they
fucking
really?
custom arcade? Yeah, dude. Yeah, you could do crazy stuff in the arcade of StarCraft 2, and they made it, and it was awesome. And I was like, man, I just wish this was a thing always. I wish this was a real thing.
You gotta
I
kind of think that like League spawned from
Dude,
things like
Dota came from Warcraft 3 custom arcade,
Yep.
and Heroes of the Storm came from StarCraft 2's custom arcade. I mean,
Did
the
you ever
MOBA
used to
genre
try
in
those
general.
like StarCraft games like back in the day? They used to have those custom games where it was
Oh,
like
dude, so
it was like
stupid.
Dragon Ball Z, Super
Yep.
Saiyan,
Yep.
like you
Dude, I still fucking play those.
they were great.
And
They
Brew
were
War.
absolutely great.
I have Brew War remastered. I still
Yep.
do it. I still go into the and do like fucking like marine horde mode and like all those stupid. It was awesome.
Yeah,
My favorite was
yeah.
one called Diplomacy. I used to love playing Diplomacy in StarCraft Brew War.
Like you start out at level 1 and the map is all hidden, and it's like they kind of make it almost like an RPG in a,
I mean,
in a
that's
sense
it-
where you
the-
got to kind of like
The people got so crazy in the custom arcade of StarCraft, like and Warcraft 2.
yeah.
Sorry, OSU, this was my fault. I asked for a 10 a.m. start because I would like to work out today.
Yeah.
That's,
Well, it
They
actually works out
They
'cause
didn't
now I
want
gotta
me to
go.
sleep today.
I gotta go to the office now, and then I have to go. I have to finish doing clearing out my house of flood stuff. So
are you almost done? How's it going?
Nope. I filled up a 10 cubic, 10, a 15 foot, a 15 cubic foot dumpster, and I haven't even gotten halfway through my stuff.
Got it.
So
Well,
I'm leaving for LA this week anyway, so it'll be fine. What are you doing, Josh?
Nothing.
what are you doing?
We just heard something that's either
It's like a cat toy or something.
Nothing.
Oh,
just getting ready for the day. But anyway, so I'm looking forward to. No, I'm ripping out all the stuff from the flood that happened back in September. Finally getting around to it. That's how long it's taken me. Because I'm not insurance not paying for anything, so I have to do it myself, and I'm not paying for anyone to do it for me. I'm just going to do it myself.
yeah, that's fair.
It just sucks.
Yeah.
I just have to rip everything out. It's just taking a lot longer than I anticipated. So because I don't
And it
have
cuts
free
into
time.
your video game time, dude. Tell me, how's GT7?
GT7's great. I was playing that yesterday for a hot minute. So I moved my entire theater setup to a different part of my basement and just kind of set up a quick put it on the wall with the projector or whatever. Then the thing about playing, because I have the whole controller set up now.
Yeah, that thing looks sick.
It was a
dude.
lot of fun.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
But the problem with it is you're looking like this up at the
like
TV
me
in the
right
wall.
now with my monitors.
Yeah, but I can't I can't do that for long periods of time. So I put it downstairs where I have it's literally a 10-foot wall of the game. It's a lot of fun. It's super immersive, especially with all the surround sound going on with you. And I
That's
have the
tight.
whole shifter and everything. Super fun. I'm a big fan of that. I'm just I'm using that as kind of my I just need to chill and have some fun with racing.
Yeah.
Those matches are 5 to 7 minute races, and it's just
That's
the time
nice.
goes by super fast.
Yeah.
So
I remember one night I saw you get on Discord and you were like, I need a less challenging game than Elden Ring. And it's so funny because I feel like I always have one game that I can play where it's completely brain off, usually
Yeah.
that's a PSP game or something. And then I'm always playing one that requires so much attention and
focus.
And, yeah. That's kind of that's why I had to why I had to take time off from Elden Ring. It's
Yeah.
that game is so intense,
Yeah, tell me about it. I finished it. I got my platinum. You owe me $60, by the way. I'm at Bash.
Hold on. Do I have to Venmo you live on?
Yes, let's do it. That was the agreement. Now, I was gonna do it a twofer. We talked about this last time when you weren't here. I was gonna be I was gonna finish Resident Evil 8 as well at the same
Man,
time.
get out of here,
I
dude.
tried.
Get out.
I tried.
Look at this guy.
I
Look at
gave
this guy.
it a good
Yeah,
time.
Now he's just trying to steal my money.
Well,
Now he's just flexing on me.
But the thing
he's trying
was-
to he's flexing and he's trying to take my money.
Exactly, 100%. Well, I mean, a deal's a deal.
Oh yeah, exactly, 100%. Trying to abuse my platinum trophy skills.
But I tried doing it again. I was just no, this is not happening. I tried doing the arcade thing again. I did it twice. I was nope, not doing this. This still sucks.
Do I have to suffer through it to get my money back? Damn. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, maybe.
Not worth it to me. It's not worth it to me at all.
Come off those Crondo bucks. Exactly.
This
what
is why I don't
we're
make bets
Rondo
with people.
bucks.
The only person I make bets with is with Mallory, because Mallory is always right, and this is not a joke. I'm not being a shithead. Mallory, this is my partner. Everyone is smarter than me, knows more than me, and just better than me in every way, and that's fine. I've accepted these things. I totally accept it. But when I'm right, I know that I'm right, and Mallory would be like, "No, I know this." I'm like, "No. I will bet you $20." Never, because I only do it when I fucking know it. I know for a fact that what I'm saying is right. So, all right, baby, $20, bet.
And then she's right.
No, I'm right. No, I get the money. No. I don't play that game. I'm not betting against someone I know is smarter than me unless I know that I'm right. Ain't lost that bet yet.
Fair
That's
enough.
where that was going. Sorry. Go back to paying each other, stroking their
yeah.
platinum egos.
I mean, that was just a bet and whatnot. So, but yeah. Is it done? I can't even see what it says.
KV0 says the screen won't focus on it. I'm sure it's funny. Something
Damn
in
it.
the ring. I see
Okay,
a ring.
You're Charlie Anderson, right?
Yes, at Vash.
Oh, sorry. I guess I should.
Doesn't matter. Same.
All you have to do
username.
is follow his Instagram and you'll know it.
Actually, no, I don't have that name in.
Oh, you don't?
Yeah, I
at
want to make
Vash
sure
in
this is you on Venmo, right?
Yeah, at Vash is the same.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, yeah. I don't know what we were talking about. Elden Ring, I guess.
Are you
Anyway,
playing
yeah.
that game still? You done
Okay.
it?
No.
See, Your boy
Oh, look at that! It's
holds
done.
his bets. Okay.
Beating me to
There
platinum.
Ain't no
in Elden
debts
Ring.
here. Okay. Chef Sleepyland. Okay.
The bet's a
I should
bet.
do a long con bet and bet Charlie that one day I'll play Dark Souls and then like in 40 years we're old as
Yeah.
fuck and be like, Charlie, you owe me $20.
Can I tell you the best bet I ever made in my life? The only time. So I'm terrible at gambling and betting. As you can see, I lost a bet. I've already lost two actually, the Resident Evil one and this one. But like, the only time I've ever made a good bet was I think it was like 2004 or
horses,
5 when the Boston Celtics picked up like Ray Allen, Kevin Garnett, and somebody else. I can't remember. But they were like a super team. And I remember it was the very beginning of the season. And I told my friend who was a bookie, I was like, yo, what's the bet on like that the Celtics win the championship this year? You know? And he's like, oh, the odds are like 1,000 to 1. I was like, cool. Let me put $1,000 on this or $100 on this. And they ended up winning that year. And I ended up winning, I think it was like 1,000 or 10. I can't remember what it was, but I won like a lot of money. And my friend was so mad because he's like, yeah, I'll take you on that. That's never going to happen, you know? And then like, we were sitting at the bar for the final game, and I was just like, pay it up, let's go.
If you put $100 down on that, that's like 10 grand. So.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was not a joke. Yeah, well, we used to make, we were submitting. I mean, I feel like when you are a sports gambler, it's a slippery slope, man. Like that is
Gambling in general.
well, yeah.
Gambling is a crazy thing. We had a shoot not too long ago in Seattle, and we were staying at a Native American casino. And I went downstairs with $30 at the blackjack table, and I walked away with $350.
Oh, I was gonna say gone
Oh,
instantly.
No, I walked away with $350, and I was like, well, this is really fun. I should not do this anymore because I actually have money. And
Yeah. I'm good.
yeah, it's like I just plan on losing $30, and instead it ended up being the opposite. And I was like, okay, I can see how this is addicting because all I want to do is sit here and keep putting this money on. Gambling's fucking crazy.
It's that dopamine high of like, yes, give me, I won, and then you lose, and you're like, I gotta get it back, and then you get it back, and you're like, oh, wait, but I could like double it up again, and then it's the slippery slope back down.
Yeah,
and then you go and you walk to the ATM, and then you're like, oh no.
Yeah, I'm going to Vegas in April for a conference, and I'm just like not playing.
Don't do
anything. Not doing anything. I'm gonna, if anything, I'll play roulette because like I can stretch out $100 at roulette a lot longer than I can.
How could you? And roulette?
Yeah, easy.
Dude, I'm all in or nothing on roulette.
No, I can't do
Blackjack's the one. If I'm gonna grind out something
I'm just not good at blackjack.
I love blackjack. I can see how it's addicting. I love it.
Blackjack's so much fun.
I really enjoy it.
The problem is there's no like $5 tables. They're all like $20 tables. That's the problem.
Oh, that's not fun.
Yeah.
No.
So that's
you gotta get like you gotta get like a $5 table or a $1 table.
$1 that doesn't exist. Come on, inflation. Come on.
I guess today, yeah. I mean, the last time I went to a casino was like 2 years ago.
There were $5 tables at this casino, and it was really nice. And,
Dude, $5 tables are where it's at, man.
Yeah, you just sit there all day long and just have fun.
That's where you usually know you're going to find the fun people because the serious gamblers are at the $25 up table, and they'll get pissed off at you if you like, you know, like let's say you like split a deck or something, or you like make certain moves, they'll get really mad at you, and it's not fun at that point, you know?
Yeah, they ain't got time for that stress. But
no.
Anyway,
I gotta stress myself out about
Elden Ring
and things like that, you know, like World of Warcraft, 20-year-old game.
Yeah. Well, speaking of, so yeah, I did finish Elden Ring. Not still playing it. I put 77 hours into that game.
Jesus Christ.
And I was just like, okay, I'm done. That's it. Done. Can't do it anymore.
77 hours?
77 hours, yeah. I mean, that's nothing. I mean, Assassin's Creed took me 119 hours to platinum.
No, I know, but I mean, I feel like that game Elden Ring just came out, though, didn't it? I don't know. I feel like
it came out February 25th.
He definitely went hard in the paint, okay? Because a whole time he said they're like, I got $60 from Josh. Yeah, buddy.
100%.
The principle of the fact was
I'm laying in bed like, my back, and Vash is like, come on, God, Amanda, hold on. I can't. Hold on, baby, I can't. I got okay, platinum. All right.
I don't know if I can cue this up in time, but this will be fun if I can do it. But anyway, continue on.
What are you queuing? You're the one continuing.
I meant to do this last. Remember, I had a thing that I was going to do last time, and I totally forgot about it. Now, just like reminded me. So,
Amanda, the kitchen's on fire. Hold on. I need 5 minutes. I got to beat this boss real quick. Hold on.
I mean, you're not wrong. I mean, I did I did a bunch of. Say a lot of those
Adobe.
things.
I'm gonna have to take the day off today.
Definitely did that a few times.
Oh, you cheater!
No,
Oh,
I
look at
didn't.
this guy.
I didn't do days off. But I'm just saying, like, I definitely played during lunch hour a few times. So
That's fucked up.
I'm
I'm telling the recruiters I know at Frame.
No, this man. Don't even. No, actually, you know what? I'm not gonna say that because I know somebody at Adobe watches and be like, oh, Charlie was playing on company time. We gotta talk to HR and dock him for his pay.
yeah, I mean, this is all right. Let's see if this. I'm gonna switch my. Will it switch my mic in real time? It won't let me switch my real mic in real time.
Oh wait, hold on.
Son
Are
of a
you on
bitch.
Twitch?
I'm on Twitch, but I can't. Maybe this will work because. Oh no, it totally will work. Okay, because it's on Twitch. This is what I meant to say, and like I had this as a soundboard. I was gonna put it on my Go XLR Mini, but I realized I just couldn't load it. I totally forgot to. But this is my. I'm not Italian whatsoever, but this is like the best thing I was like thinking about. Right here we go on Twitch.
Me from my class, and you from yours.
Oh.
This is what I was going to go for. I mean, it's. Oh, come on. Where's the? Hold on. Gotta switch it.
Asia.
Stop talking.
Slightly less well known is this.
I don't know who's
Never go
talking.
in
You or
against a
Twitch?
Sicilian when death is on the line.
Anyway, that's what I was going with.
I love that movie. That movie's so great.
That's a great movie.
Yeah, well, it's like you
It's
you
a
die
great
so
movie.
much. I thought it was a fun little, nod to that. So
You burning some incense over there?
yeah, burning in
Chef?
Yeah.
some sage, burning some sage.
Some sage, to wash away
Time.
the demons.
Some time.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, finished with Elden Ring. Had a lot of fun with that. I ended up just going a pure strength build at the end of it and just like bonking
So you
people.
ditched the faith-based build.
I did enough to carry faith weapons, but I ended up going pure. No, actually, that's a lie. I went strength and I was like, this sucks. And then I went when they fixed the arcane scaling weapons. I went.
Oh yeah.
I went the stone shield and a spear that has like crazy like blood loss on it. So I just went that route, and that was actually a lot of fun. You could literally just I face tanked the end boss the whole time. It's just like shield, poke, 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 and took a while, but I eventually got it. It's crazy when you block like the crazy attacks from the end boss, and it chunks like this much health from you. It's great.
The crazy thing is if you tried out some of the source builds, it would probably make you like facepalm yourself into oblivion because some of those spells can like 2-3 shot bosses that are like basically you know what I mean? Like I am avoiding these builds. I refuse to do them for my first playthrough because it's too.
I did the same thing.
There's there's one like super like a Kamehameha type ability that
it's
literally
Comet
when you
Azor,
shoot it,
yeah.
when you shoot it, it literally does like constant damage, like a Inferno type ability or something. Like it just ticks damage and it does like thousands of damage. And I saw them like two-shotting bosses, and I'm like, I'll do that on like New Game Plus or something like that, you know.
I just started New Game Plus on that, and I was thinking about just doing a sorcery build just for fun.
It's too easy. It's actually not a unknown fact that a lot of these Soulsborne games, the sorcery ends up being overpowered. But the problem with it is, and why they don't do it in like speed runs, is because it takes a while to set up. Like you have to like go out and get a different staff. You have to go hunt down the spells, the different scrolls to turn in for certain spells. It's just a longer build than it takes to like actually. Because I've seen all the speedrunners, they start out as a samurai and they basically just.
It still has the dex because you need that for the Horfrosh stomp, which I tried for a long time, and that thing was overpowered, so definitely needed the patch. So
Yep.
But
Game is honestly, man, like I think it's going to be a while before a better game comes out. Like in terms of it just being so polished and not having any glitches that I've run into yet.
Elden Ring?
there's tons of glitches in it, but
I haven't run into any yet. But I mean, I guess there's mob glitches. You're right. I guess nothing to the point where it like, like a No Man's Land or No Man's Sky or anything like. There's no like crazy hiccups around the game.
Yeah.
It was a good launch.
Enough that it's fucking broken and shit is what you're saying.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like
I
it was
get
a
what you're
smooth
saying.
launch. The game, I've had no problems with it. I mean, it's honestly just fun. I mean, it is frustrating at times, but that's
the point.
The game was designed to
Yeah.
be frustrating, like it's not designed to be an easy game, which good, thank God. Like,
Right.
I saw something the other day, somebody was like, oh, Elden Ring's a dead game, it was a huge disappointment because the player base has dropped off by half on Steam, and people are like, it's a single player game, like what are you talking about?
Well, also, I remember
Like,
actually, I know what you're talking about. That article so I guess the metrics it used actually weren't even correct anyway.
yeah.
Based
But I mean,
off of
they
Steam,
weren't.
whatever Steam statistics they use. It wasn't even like an accurate deal.
Yeah, the funny thing that I saw that was pointed out is like, this isn't an MMO game. This isn't an online. Like, this is what this is what a real video game is. Like, people are getting used to this other the Marvel Strike Force, Lost Ark. The swipe.
Swipe players.
Yeah, like it's just that people are getting way too used to it, and they're leaning on it way too heavily. And I'm so happy they didn't do that with this game, because it's good to know that there are developers out there that still care about the gamers.
Yeah.
Like, it's just.
I just like the fact that they're like, everyone's crying, like, oh, make it easier, and they're like, nope, this is how we
Nope.
play our game. Sorry,
Nope.
this is just how it goes.
If you ask me, I think they made the game the correct difficulty. Like,
Yeah, I agree. As somebody who's played a Souls veteran, I definitely wanted to break my controller multiple times. So
yeah, dude, dude, I'm sorry, but like, you can, like, if it, let's compare this game to Bloodborne, dude. In Bloodborne, you start off, you don't even have a fucking weapon. Like,
Right.
you don't know that you're supposed to die right away. Like, you just walk up to this wolf right at the beginning of the game, and you're like, what do I do? And then you die, and they're like, here's a weapon. Now go back. And like, okay, where do I go? Like, I guess I go over here and kill this guy. And like, do I go over this way or that way? In this game, it's like, there's this big open world. You can go fuck with this guy.
the fact that we
you can
even
go fuck
had like a
that guy.
compass was a big part, as well as a mini map,
Yeah,
or not mini map, but just a map in general. Like, that's crazy. The fact you can teleport around between the sites of grace, it was like, people are like, that's a huge improvement from the other.
I don't want to say that the game was actually easier than the others, but I feel like all the quality of life additions that they've made to this game, as well as just small features, it's actually the best out of it. It might be I don't want to say the easiest, but it's probably the most user friendly out of all of the other games.
It definitely is.
Yeah.
I would say so. It does not get easier, by the way. The end, like at the very end,
No,
like I
no.
had
Yeah.
55 valor or vigor, and I'm still getting one shot by enemies.
I don't know which boss it is. I don't know the names, because I've just seen some of the fights I've seen some of the clips on YouTube of, like, streamers breaking their controllers and stuff. I absolutely love those compilations.
Yeah.
But well, I saw one boss that has like 2 swords and just like jumps around and just like does like all kinds of like crazy stuff, and people were like freaking out over. Definitely one of like the bosses towards the end of the game, but
yeah, there was a few that I was just like could not get past, and but the thing is, like, I would do it, I would play it for like 2 hours, so I couldn't do it. I'd
missed.
do something different. Yeah. But anyway, yeah. So I finished Elden Ring, all done with that, doing my playthrough of Horizon Forbidden West, and then once I'm done with that, I'm almost done with that game, the story at least. I think I'm like at mission 13 or 14, and I think there's 17 missions in the game. I'm just playing on story mode. I don't have fucking time for hard mode anymore. After Elden Ring, I'm just like, ugh.
That's fair.
But now I'm just doing, and then I have Stranger of Paradise, which I will play next, and then Stan pointed out in chat that like there's Tiny Tina's Wonderland, which I'm actually very excited for, but I'm not buying it right now.
What is that?
That is the Borderlands version of like a magic game, but first person, and you can wield magic, and it's a first person shooter magic game, whatever.
Got it. Okay.
But yeah, that's great. That's what I'm playing, and that's what I'm looking forward to right now. So I'm just still cranking away in Gran Turismo.
Wait, are we talking about what we're looking forward to?
Yes, transitioning to that.
because we need to talk about that Harry Potter State of the Play.
That shit looks awesome.
I didn't see it.
Looks
it
awesome.
good?
Are you serious?
It looks good. It looks good.
No microtransactions in the game, which is phenomenal. I was like, oh, they're gonna essentially choke everybody out because it's the only first Harry Potter game out there. So Skywalker Collection, yeah, it looks awesome. I'm not really a Lego fan,
is it
but
that, like, I don't have any? I don't understand the Lego games, but like a lot of people are like super hyped about these
They're
games.
really well made.
It's very tongue in cheek, very fun.
Yeah.
What exactly are they? Are they just like platformer games, or are they?
I mean, it depends on which one, but most of the time they're just
slightly,
like third person.
Yeah, isometric
like,
kind of games.
yeah.
You know.
Yeah. They're just well made. Like there's like it's hard to complain about them. Like you're not going there to like, play them in a sweaty manner, but they're just like well made, fun to play, good story. Like very tongue in cheek, very cute, like fun games. Yeah. Sony is still doubling down that 2022 is the year of God of War Ragnarok. So I'm just waiting on any information about that. They doubled down even yesterday. Like they're still doubling down on it. I don't know how.
That's gonna, man. I don't know if God of War Ragnarok comes out the same year Elden Ring. That's gonna be a tough Game of the Year edition.
No, it's not gonna be fucking tough. Don't listen. That's sweet of you to say. I'm sure Elden Ring is very good, but don't even fucking act like Elden Ring will be better than God of War Ragnarok. Don't even fucking act. Don't even act.
I don't know about.
Don't even act.
That'll be tough. That'll be a tough call.
God of War 4 was a perfect game. Perfect game. God of War 5,
but
if it goes on that same trajectory, will also be a perfect game.
But Cory Balrog's not directing it. He's only producing it.
Who's the director of it this time?
I don't know, but it's someone also at Santa Monica Studios, but it's not Cory Balrog this time. Yeah.
Wait.
That's my only misgiving with it. So he's just
wait,
executive.
Sure?
Yes, he's just executive producing it.
Oh yeah.
But either way,
Eric Williams.
Hold on, wait a second. Did we just glaze over? Hold on, I skipped out for a second there, but can we talk about Harry Potter for a second?
Yeah,
oh, sure.
Yeah, go for it.
Dude, like the fact that they finally are making a game. Okay, so I'm not like the hugest Harry Potter fan.
What's the name of it again?
Hogwarts something.
Legacy.
Hogwarts Legacy, I think.
Yes.
It does not look like a kid's game whatsoever.
No.
But which is dope. I just remember one of the combat scenes, the kid walked in and like threw somebody up against the wall and then summoned like a big stone sword that went straight through the chest of the enemy.
Oh.
And I'm like, okay, like this is kind of dope, And then they're talking about like go to class and learn herbology and learn different spells and
I mean, remember after like the third Harry Potter movie, that shit gets dark very fast. I mean, even the first Harry Potter movie, even though it's like kind of like comic-y, there's like the possibility of children dying. I mean, the second Harry Potter movie, a child does die. You know what I'm saying? So like,
So they, you're like exploring the castle and exploring the grounds of Hogwarts and exploring like around the castle, the grounds and everything. So, game's gonna be dope.
It's gonna be good. Yeah.
It's gonna be. It looks really good. Like the. Oh, and it takes place way before. What was the? Because Harry Potter takes place, and then the Fantastic Beasts thing takes place before that, right?
It's a prequel, yeah.
Yeah. Well, this would be like a prequel to that. So, this takes place like I think in the state of the play, the guy mentioned that it's like back to the days of Merlin, maybe. I don't know.
Oh
like,
shit!
But,
okay. I don't remember.
Yeah,
I remember
like
seeing that. I don't. Oh,
yeah,
I only
like
saw the announcement video. I didn't see the state of play video.
Yeah, I watched like the whole thing, and I'm pretty sure he said that. I remember specifically them saying something about how it's taking it back to the time of Merlin, and you might see him is what it kind of indicated.
That's cool.
But the other thing that was cool was when they went up to the world, like they went up to like a ledge on the edge of the castle and hopped on a broomstick and went out flying in the open world. And yeah, I mean, it checks all the bells and whistles for me or checks all the boxes for me of an RPG that I'm interested in. And then you factor in the fact that Harry Potter always has a good, pretty good like world around it. So it'd be pretty cool to like go in, create your character, sit down, have a little sorting hat put on top of you in the Great Hall, and do that whole thing. So I think
You
it's
said
gonna be
I'm not a
really-
big Harry Potter fan, then just like goes to list all the intricate stuff of Harry Potter.
I mean, it's just not like okay. So like I say that because my best friend has him and his fiance have like matching Harry Potter tattoos, and they have like the wands, and they can like quote that. It's just I'm not like that into the movie, but I did enjoy them.
Yeah, you know enough to be dangerous. Essentially,
I know enough to be dangerous. But there's like people, like when you go to Universal and it's like 98 degrees outside and they're rocking freaking Hogwarts robes, and I'm like, that's dedication.
Dude, Disney people are my cousin and her mom are insane. They go to Disney every weekend in Florida, like in Florida. Like they're like Disney people are.
Yeah.
Disney people are because that's part of Hogwarts is part of Disney, the Universal or whatever, right? Or whatever the fuck it's called.
Well, they're not the same, but they're like they're two different parks.
Oh well, then never mind then. Sorry, Disney people. I don't know.
Dom's about to get hate mail. Like,
No.
how did
Dom's
you not
about to
know?
get some. How dare you?
Hilarious, but yeah, that's pretty much all I'm waiting for at this point. There's too much.
I
too much else
pre-ordered
coming.
the new Kirby game that's supposed to
Oh
be.
yeah,
like
apparently it's gonna be good. Yeah,
I really want to play it, but man, I'm just.
I should probably get that.
I'm
Actually,
many games?
buried in games right now. Like I don't want to buy anything until I beat Elden Ring.
That's
Yeah.
I'm waiting. I'm waiting to purchase any additional games until I finish the ones that I'm looking forward to playing. That includes Tiny Tina's Wonderland because I really want to play that game. But I'm like I'm forcing myself to at least finish Horizon, finish Strangers Paradise, and then at least finish story mode on Gran Turismo.
Yeah.
So I got too much other shit to do. At this
Yeah,
point,
Kirby's out already, Stan. I
But-
just like I had it pre-ordered. I just didn't pick it up because, oh man, I told a friend of mine this the other day, but I'm really guilty of buying games on the Switch, playing them for like 2 or 3 hours, and then never playing them again. I have like a stack of Switch games that are like that, and it's nothing against the Switch. I think I'm just I don't know. Like maybe Dom said it earlier. I'm a sweaty gamer, so like maybe they just don't appeal to me because they're not as
no, I didn't say. I was saying about you. I was saying I
no.
think if you're going
But it's
into it-
true. I am a
Yeah.
sweaty gamer. Like, but that is I think that's the reality. Is that like Elden Ring is a sweaty game. Like you gotta like really that like the meme I posted. Where it's like
Yeah,
know
you
what?
can't play it very casually.
No, like I am strolling back into the boss for the 100th time. Not gonna change a damn thing. Like that sums it up so well because that's literally how it is.
Oh yeah, Tana has some Tiny Tina. I'm not playing the game then. If he's playing it, just kidding.
Oh yeah, and there's another game that Stan is talking about that's on the Switch that I actually really want to try called Triangle Strategy, which is basically a variant of a Final Fantasy Tactics type. Like, what kind of RPG do you call that?
Like tactical, like tactics.
I guess strategy, tactics, turn-based RPG where like you're on the chat like the board and you can move your units around. Yeah, it's a strategy
Yeah,
RPG
like-
game. I love them, but I mean, I'll probably try it out. Yeah, I mean, that's a good point. I would like to say that I try it out when it goes on sale, but Switch games never go on sale unless they're terrible.
Yeah, that's the thing about it. So, I was hoping to see if PlayStation had released the April update games, like the games that are coming out for free. I don't see it, so I'm guessing it's probably going to go live this week. There is something that happened this week, which I'm very curious about how to do this. Maybe I'll try it. Is Returnal has a multiplayer co-op mode now.
Returnal?
Returnal. That was one of the launch games for PS5. It's roguelike, super fun. I tried platinum that game. It is RNG heavy to try to platinum that game. I was just like, I did everything except for the thing where you have to like run through and find all the glyphs that randomly spawn and different things. I was just like, I don't got time for that shit. Maybe it's
I
like
love
something
it.
I'll pop
I
up.
love that, like, when a game comes out, the first thing you do is you look at the trophies to see if you could platinum it.
100%. 100%.
I love it. It
yeah.
just cracks me up.
Well, it's because, like, in my opinion, if I'm going to spend $60 on something, I want to get the most out of it. And to me,
Right.
that's how I get the most out of something. Is like I want to be able to do everything in the game that's set up. The developers want you to, how they want you to play the game, or just to see what what challenges they've come up with. It's the same thing with movies. There's like watching movies on a calibrated screen. I mean, it's not the same, but like it's like, how do you experience the game based on what the creators wanted you to experience it? So that's why I wanted to do it. So
no, that's a fair assessment.
very rarely do I play a game and not look up the trophies, and as well as play it just for the story and not try to platinum it. So it's very rare. But, but it looks awesome. I mean, I'm gonna try it out and try to play Returnal again. But man, that game is so brutal hard. So, but.
Dom, what are you gonna play, man? I need you to get back into gaming with us, man. Like, come on, what's the game gonna be that's gonna get Dom hype about gaming again?
I think
that's the question, right? Is it gonna be Diablo 4? Is it gonna be some variant?
Diablo 4 is definitely not this year, unfortunately. Definitely Diablo 4.
It's not.
Is it gonna be God of War?
God of War.
God of War.
If God of War is this year, they're still saying Metroid Prime 4 for this year, which I don't know if that's. I don't think that's gonna happen. I don't know. Diablo Immortal, I don't really give too much. I'm not like, oh, I can't wait to play that game. Like if it comes out, I'll probably play it. But I'm like, I don't give too much.
It's gonna be a good game to play. Like
Yeah, it'll
be
exist
here and there. Yeah.
For me, it'll exist. But yeah, like if God of War, yeah,
sum up a game,
yeah.
It'll exist.
It'll exist. If Ragnarok comes out this year, that'll be the biggest thing. But as it stands, I'm just like farting around. If I'm playing a video game, it's really just to pass the time because I don't feel like
still playing that $3 game.
Oh yeah, dude, Vampire Slayers. Yo, they just got another update. That game updates more than some AAA games. That game's updating like weekly at this point. That shit's crazy. There's like a couple new weapons and stuff. Like there's like new like levels come out. That game's tight. If you haven't played Vampire Slayers, it's really fun. You should give it a shot. It's stupid. It's just stupid. It's silly.
Let's see. All right, what's it? It's on Steam, right?
Yeah.
All right. I know you and Huge have been playing it. So
yeah.
It's
just silly. I should get a Steam Deck literally to play that on the go.
I mean, if you can get a Steam Deck, I've had one on order since July, and I haven't
really.
Been able to
I haven't.
Yet,
I put one on order too, and I never got hit up for mine.
Whoa.
Never mind. And I've got the cash for it too.
The nice thing is, I have the $500 set aside for it already in my bank account. But the nice thing is, I don't play many PC games because I sit at my PC all day. Yeah. I sit in my office all day long for work for like 9 hours a day. I don't want to sit for another 3 hours and play video games. Yeah. So that's why I play console. But the fact that I can do Steam Deck on the couch or just put the Steam Deck on my main TV and I can play with a controller or whatever on the that or mouse and keyboard. It's great. Sure. I mean, I can do that now with
Wait, it'll be like the Switch kind of?
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, yeah. So you can know that.
Yeah. So you can put a dock. It'll play on the TV wherever you want. So like that's what I'm looking forward to. And I know I can do that with Steam Link, but Steam Link has some issues that I'm not really excited about. So, but yeah. There's some cool stuff happening here. So I'm looking at, but then there's a lot of things that I have like on my wish list on Steam that I would love to play, and just would love to kind of see what happens with it. So
I just had a random thought hit me. What about the PlayStation VR with the Harry Potter game? That'd be so much fun.
All right, I'm gonna buy this $2.99 game for you, or
just like casting spells on people. Every Harry Potter nerd's dream.
Yes, I can play Farm Simulator from anywhere. Yes, absolutely. So
Farm Simulator.
Anyway, so
Farmer Vash.
There is a little bit of news. I know we kind of talked about Returnal a little bit, but the other news that's kind of happening is there's a rumor that PlayStation or Sony, I would say, is about to announce their a new subscription-based model for stuff. I don't remember what they're calling it, whatever, but that's apparently supposed to be coming out.
What their equivalent of the?
It's like combining Now and some other things. They're giving more. They're essentially revamping PlayStation Now, which is had a little bit of less.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, exactly. So they're
just sugarcoated. It's terrible.
Yeah, they're just revamping it and making it a little bit easier for people to get into. But I hope they keep it separate from PlayStation Plus because, I mean, I don't really need to rent retro games or any of that stuff, but it'd be kind of fun just to try, But, I mean, I like PlayStation Plus. I mean, you get so much value out of PlayStation Plus, and it's insane.
Yeah.
So, because you essentially get a free PS5 game, 2 free PS4 games, and sometimes a PSVR game, which is that's just a shit ton of money that you just get for free or not for free, but like, it costs $5 a month
Yeah, whatever
to
it
have.
costs
It's
is,
insane. It's ridiculous. So, and
Well, you
and-
also have to have PlayStation Plus if you want to play online with your homies. So
yeah, so you might as well have. But I know people who don't have PlayStation Plus because they don't do multiplayer, or whatever. But I was like, dude, if you can spend $60 a year, or you can even get them Black Friday deals for like $40 a year. Sometimes when they pop up, I just get them, and then you just apply it to your account and it just extends your, whatever. Yeah, it's very great. It's a great.
Shit, I got Bloodborne for free on PlayStation Plus.
Yeah.
That's how that was the first game I played before Dark Souls 2, and I had it on my PlayStation, and I was like, what is this? And I tried it out one night. I mean, Last of Us. Like, there's been so many good games on there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's just a lot of stuff that's there, and I'm very excited to dive into stuff. Like, that's why my backlog keeps growing exponentially, because I just add every new game to my library, and then I'll just eventually play it. Like, I really want to play Ghostwire Tokyo, but I just have too many other games to play right now. So it's the game from March. But
Yeah.
anyway, if you guys don't have anything else, I think it's going to end it for us right there. So.
Oh, sorry, June. I just scared my cat. Sorry.
Anyway, that'll do it for us. Thank you all for coming out. As always, you can find us on Instagram at og.podcast, or Twitter's OverachieversP. Our website is ogpodcast.fm, where you get this episode and every episode where we're talking about what we're playing, what we're looking forward to, and a little bit of Chef Gaming news.
Chef backpack news. Backpack? I'm looking at backpacks. I meant back pain news. Never mind.
Chef
That's
back
right.
pain.
That's right.
News.
That's right, everybody.
Backpack.
Here for the hot backpack news. Holla at your boy, Chef
I
Carando.
was literally looking at a new backpack, and as I said that, I meant to say back pain, and it said backpack. So that's
Check here for your JanSport, all your
Timbuktu.
Thule.
all your-
Timbuktu.
Um,
Yeah.
What
A lot
other
of fun stuff.
brands?
Anyway,
Got the hot backpack news.
make sure you if you're not watching us live already, make sure you hit that notification bell and the follow on twitch.tv/ogpodcast. Oh, look, there's us too. Look
Say
at that.
bye, June.
Bye, June.
Bye, June.
Bye, June. And also make sure you come follow us and hang out with us in Discord at discord.me/ogpodcast. Pretty much OG Podcast is everything around the world. I'm trying to see if we can get some more OG Podcast type stuff, so we'll see.
Oh, interesting.
I'm trying. I'm
Like
going for it.
OG podcast.
Shirts.
Yeah, I mean, I
hacks,
don't. I mean, I
socks.
could make some shirts, and no one's ever asked for it. So
Overachievers gaming hoodie.
I will make. You know, I will make us
Overachievers
some
tramp
OG
stamp.
Podcast hoodies and some hats, because I could. I mean, I rock hats all the time, so
I'll
I
wear
mean,
a hoodie.
I'm not bad. I'll get us some
Wear a
stuff.
hoodie.
Maybe I'll do that while I'm on the plane.
We need to
coming
get
to and
Dom
from
an
LA.
OG podcast gi.
Yo. Don't even front.
That one got him.
Don't even front. I'll wear it. I'll wear it. I'll wear it in competition.
Yo.
There we go. Anyway, all right. Thank you all very much. We'll see you all next time. Until then, enjoy, stay safe, and be an overachiever.
Like Charlie. Look at the games. And
Yeah, what you get
playing-
$60
playing
for
Howie's in it.
playing Elden Ring like for 70 hours.
I've made more from Chef than I have from Twitch in the past year. So there you go.
That's funny.
You know what? You know what's funny? I actually got a random $100 payout from Twitch like 2 weeks ago.
That's how it happens, baby.
It's
only because you only get paid from Twitch when you hit up
$100.
$100.
I know, but like
Yeah.
I don't stream, so like I don't.
Who knows the last time you got a sub? Maybe it was the last one. I don't know.
I don't know. I just thought it was so funny. I was like, I'm like, I opened up my PayPal and I was like, how do I have $100 in here? Like, what the hell?
funny. All right, guys, I got to split. Thanks.
All right, I'll see you guys
Oh,
later.
shoot, gotta stand. I'm just not. I'm not even gonna do shout outs. Thanks, everybody. I can't even fucking talk. Yeah, Pete. See you later, backpacks.
See you backpacks.
All right. See you guys later. Bye.